Shri Badrinath Dham. The temple of Lord Badrinath is situated on the right bank of Alaknanda river, where the self-styled statue of Shaligram stone of Lord Badrinathji is worshipped. Badrinarayana temple is a Hindu temple dedicated to Vishnu, located in the town of Badrinath in the Chamoli district of Uttarakhand, India. The temple is also one of the 108 Divya Devastams dedicated to Vishnu for Vaishnavas, who is worshipped as Badrinath. It is open for 6 months every year between the end of April and the beginning of November. Because of extreme weather conditions in the Himalayan region, the temple is located in Garhwal Hill tracts in Chamoli district along the banks of Alaknanda river. It is one of the most visited pilgrimage centers of India, having recorded 2.8 million visits in just 2 months in 2022. It is one of the Char Dham pilgrimage sites. The image of the presiding deity worshipped in the temple is a 1 feet black granite deity of Vishnu in the form of Badrinarayan. The deity is considered by many Hindus to be one of 8 Swayam Vyakta Kshetras, or self-manifested deities of Vishnu. The temple is mentioned in ancient religious texts like Vishnu Purana and Skanda Purana. Adi Shankara established Badrinath as a pilgrimage site in the 9th century. The temple has 3 structures: the Garbhagriha, that is the sanctum, the Darshan Mandapa, that is the worship hall, and Sabha Mandapa, that is convention hall. The conical shaped roof of the sanctum, the Garbhagriha, is approximately 15 meters tall with a small cupola on top, covered with a gold gilt roof. The facade is built of stone and has arched windows. A broad stairway leads up to the main entrance, a tall arched gateway. Just inside is a mandap, a large pillared hall that leads to the sanctum or main shrine area. The walls and pillars of the hall are covered with intricate carvings. The main shrine houses the 1 feet deity of Badrinarayana, which is housed in a gold canopy under a Badri tree. The deity of Badrinarayana shows him holding a Shankha and a Chakra in 2 of his arms in a lifted posture, and the other 2 arms resting on his lap in a Yoga Mudra posture. The sanctum also houses images of the god of wealth, Kubera, sage Narada, Uddhava, Nara, and Narayana. There are 15 more images that are also worshipped around the temple. These include that of Lakshmi, the consort of Vishnu, Garuda, the Vahana of Narayan, and Navadurga, the manifestation of Durga in 9 different forms. The temple also has shrines of Lakshmi Narasimhar and for saints Adi Shankara, Nar and Narayan, Gantakarna, Vedanta Desika, and Ramanujacharya. All the deities of the temple are made of black stone. The Tapt Kund, a group of hot sulfur springs just below the temple, are considered to be medicinal. Many pilgrims consider it a requirement to bathe in the springs before visiting the temple. The springs have a year-round temperature of 55 degrees centigrade, while outside temperature is typically below 17 degrees centigrade all year round. The 2 water ponds in the temple are called Narad Kund and Surya Kund. There is no historical record about the temple, but there is a mention of the presiding deity Badrinath in Vedic scriptures. According to some accounts, the shrine was worshipped in some form in the Vedic period. Later, during Ashoka's reign, because of the spread of Buddhism, the shrine might have been converted into a Buddhist shrine. The temple was a Buddhist shrine till the 8th century, and Adi Shankara revived the shrine and converted into a Hindu temple. The architecture of the temple, resembling that of a Buddhist vihara, and the brightly painted facade which is typical of Buddhist temples, leads to the argument. Other accounts relate that it was originally established as a pilgrimage site by Adi Shankara in the 9th century. It is believed that Shankara resided in the place for 6 years from 814 to 820 CE. He resided 6 months in Badrinath and the rest of the year in Kedarnath. The hereditary successors of the king governed the temple and endowed villages to meet its expenses. The income from a set of villages on the route to the temple was used to feed and accommodate pilgrims. The Parmar rulers had the title Bolanda Badrinath, meaning speaking Badrinath. The throne of Badrinath was named after the presiding deity. The king enjoyed ritual obeisance by the devotees before proceeding to the shrine. The practice was continued until the late 19th century. During the 16th century, the king of Garhwal moved the Murti to the present temple. When the state of Garhwal was divided, the Badrinath temple came under British rule, but the king of Garhwal continued as the chairman of the management committee. The selection of priests is done after consultation between Garhwal and Travancore royal families. The temple has undergone several major renovations due to its age and damage by an avalanche. In the 17th century, the temple was expanded by the kings of Garhwal. After significant damage during the great 1803 Garhwali earthquake, it was largely rebuilt by the king of Jaipur. It was still under renovation as late as the 1870s, but these were completed by the time of the First World War. At that time, the town was still small, consisting of only the 20-odd huts housing the temple staff, but the number of pilgrims was usually between 7 and 10,000. The Kumbh Mela festival, held every 12 years, raised the number of visitors to 50,000. The temple also enjoys revenue from the rents owed to it by various villages bequeathed by various Rajas. During 2006, the state government announced the area around Badrinath as a no construction zone to curb illegal encroachment. According to Hindu legend, Vishnu sat in meditation at this place. During his meditation, Vishnu was unaware of cold weather. Lakshmi, his consort, protected him in the form of the Badri tree, that is jujube or Indian date called Ba in Hindi. Pleased by the devotion of Lakshmi, Vishnu named the place Badrika Ashrama. According to Atkinson, the place used to be a jujube forest, which is not found there today. Vishnu in the form of Badrinath is depicted in the temple sitting in the Padmasana posture. According to Brahma Vaivarta Purana, Vishnu was chastised by sage Narada, who saw Vishnu's consort Lakshmi massaging his feet. Vishnu went to Badrinath to perform austerity, meditating for a long time in Padmasana. Vishnu Purana narrates another version of the origin of Badrinath. According to the tradition, Yama had two sons, Nara and Narayana, both of which are modern names of Himalayan mountains. They chose the place to spread the religion, and each of them went the spacious valleys in the Himalayas. Searching for an ideal place to set up a hermitage, they came across the other four Badris of the Panchabadri, namely Adi Badri, Badri, Yoga Dhyana Badri, and Bhavishya Badri. They finally found the hot and cold spring behind the Alaknanda river and named it Badri Vishala. Though ideologically the temples are divided between the sects of Hinduism, namely Saivism and Vaishnavism, the Char Dham pilgrimage is an all-Hindu affair. There are four abodes in the Himalaya called Chota Char Dham, that meaning Chota meaning small, Badrinath, Kedarnath, Gangotri, and Yamunotri, all of which lie in the foothills of the Himalayas. The name Chota was added during the mid of 20th century to differentiate the original Char Dhams. As the number of pilgrims to these places has increased in modern times, it is called Himalayan Char Dham. The journey across the four cardinal points in India is considered sacred by Hindus who aspire to visit these temples once in their lifetimes. Traditionally, the pilgrimage starts at the eastern end from Puri, proceeding clockwise in a manner typically followed for circumambulation in Hindu temples. The major religious activities performed every morning are Maha Abhishek, Gita Path, and Bhagavat Puja, while in the evening the pujas include Geet Govinda and Aarti. Recital in Vedic scripts like Ashtotram and Sahasranama is practiced during all the rituals. After Aarti, the decorations are removed from the image of Badrinath and sandalwood paste is applied to it. The paste from the image is given to the devotees the next day as prasad during the Nirmalaya Darshan. All the rituals are performed in front of the devotees, unlike those in some Hindu temples, where some practices are hidden from them. Sugar bowls and dry leaves are the common prasad provided to the devotees. From May 2006, the practice of offering Panchamrit Prasad, prepared locally and packed in local bamboo baskets, was started. The Badri Kedar festival is celebrated during the month of June in both the temple and the Kedarnath temple. The festival lasts for 8 days. Artists from all over the country perform during the function. The temple is closed for winter on the auspicious day of Bhatri Dvitiya or later during October to November. On the day of closure, Akhanda Jyoti, a lamp, is lit filled with ghee to last for 6 months. Special pujas are performed on the day by the chief priest in the presence of pilgrims and officials of the temple. The image of Badrinath is notionally transferred during the period of the Narasimha temple of Jyotirmath, located 40 miles away from the temple. The temple is reopened around April to May on Akshaya Tritiya, another auspicious day on the Hindu calendar. Pilgrims gather on the first day of opening of the temple after the winter to witness the Akhanda Jyoti. The temple is one of the holy places where the Hindus offer oblations to ancestors with the help of the priests. Devotees visit the temple to worship in front of the image of Badrinath in the sanctum and have a holy dip in Alaknanda river. The general belief is that a dip in the tank purifies the soul.